Are you listening?
The Running Wrestling Podcast. Enter week the right way fast. Step into the ring with us, no DQ, just trust. The Running Wrestling Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Running Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Big Mike, and I am joined as always every week by my friend, my partner, my brother, Sped Rock. What's going on, Sped Rock?
Man, now I just figured out what I gotta do for tomorrow. Thank you, TC. What's going on, everybody?
Not much, man. And I am hyped up because it is a special show. One of the best shows we do all year long. It is Wrestling for Dummies. We do right before some of the big pay-per-views. You see, we have some very special guests here with us. First up, we have King Herb, who is our WWE champion currently. So why I'm not sure he's coming on Wrestling for Dummies, because he knows more than I do anyway. Maybe he should be teaching me. What's going on, Herb? How you doing?
That tells you that, blind squirrels and nuts and all that good stuff. So, yeah. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Man, I'm happy you're here too. Like I said, this is always one of our favorite shows, usually with you and Raj. Unfortunately, Raj had some family stuff to take care of. We appreciate you, Raj. Please take care of that.
I'm right here.
Just know,
I'm Raj. I'm right here.
Well, then you need to respell your name because you have misspelled your name.
Yeah, I just misspelled it. I just missed it. I know. I got in late. I forgot. I'm Raj. Raj's replacement tonight.
And that voice you hear is Timu Raj tonight. The man, the myth, the legend, CEO of Roll Tide Nation, JT. What's going on, brother?
Oh, man, not much. I just got done watching Shawn Michaels documentary, so I'm amped up.
Oh, you mean that guy right there? Kinda?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
That's right.
I
you see that on your phone? I know you're on your phone.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. But no, I actually had to use Herb's Peacock though, so I had to borrow Herb's Peacock. But I did finish watching it today.
Check the fire.
But you guys know why you're here. We are here. He is. Look, that's life with Sped, brother. That's why we love him. The man's doing 90 things at once.
I'm trying to, right now I'm talking to two other guys that are, trying to get on the show for Point Taken. And I'm not trying to spoil this, but he's coming back. All right, everybody. I'm just letting you know, Point Taken. He's coming back 4 weeks. Be ready. So we got round 2 going for that. There's like, again, here we go. Another text message from another person saying, hey, can I join? And that one was for Thursday.
Okay, we'll get with them after the show. But you guys know why we're here. We're here to teach and to talk about WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. Go over every single match. JT and Herb, I know, JT, I don't know how much you watch regularly. I know Herb doesn't watch week to week. How much do you normally watch wrestling on a weekly basis?
I watch every single Raw. I am probably a highlight watcher for SmackDown. I watch every big main PLV. I watch all the big stuff. Not a big SmackDown guy. I kind of keep up with the Cody, Randy part. A couple other parts that I kind of like every now and then. I used to watch LA Knight a lot of there because I'm probably that would be my favorite right now would be LA Knight. So, and I know that's probably not his because I remember you telling me that, Big Mike. Yep. I'm a huge. I like exactly him, right. But I watch Raw mainly, but I do watch Raw week to week though.
Okay, so you'll have a little bit in there too. Be able to help out, explain some stuff to Herb, who does not watch every week. We'll catch it when he can. Who has told me that mainly because of this show, and we appreciate that he is watching more week to week, so he can keep his title. So glad to hear that. Glad that we are turning people on, no matter how we have to do it. If I have to give up a crown to get people
Mike,
to watch some wrestling,
you've always been a big turn on, buddy. You've always been a big turn.
Well, I try. All right. With that, we will get started on WrestleMania.
Like, whoa! What did I sign up for? Like nobody warned me. Sorry.
We will get started by saying hello to a few people in the audience, starting with Bentley from Roll Tide Productions. What's going on, Bentley? Appreciate you coming in.
Hi, Tide.
There's going to be a lot of Roll Tide in here with JT and Herb in here. Isaiah in the comments. He was in our behind the scenes. Look, if you guys are watching us on any of the YouTubes, any of the X's, make sure you guys go follow SP3DROCK on Twitch. If you have Twitch, that is Bedrock Productions over on Twitch. We do a 30-minute behind the scenes before this, where we just cut up, talk about anything but wrestling a lot of times. Today we were talking about college football. We talked a little bit about hockey, a little bit of everything. There's also a couple other shows that Bedrock and I will be on every now and then. Point Taking, which you heard him mention, all the whole damn mess, which is on Wednesday nights, and then Good Evening IWC, which is on Sundays as well. Make sure you guys, if you are not already, go to Twitch, SP3DROCK. That's where you get all the other shows in the network that we have here. So make sure you check them out. Extreme Chick was also in there. Chris from the Cheap Seats podcast was in there. And again, like, you see kind of some of the stuff that goes off the rails that we do in behind the scenes. Shout out to Kat, part of the Alpha Pools from the Herb and Raj podcast. Appreciate you coming in. And that brother Damo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in. Part of the Roll Tide Nation as well. Appreciate you so much, Damo, coming in. And we will say hello to a lot of other people. Carol, who is a part of the show every week, big AEW FTR fan. So love having you in, Carol. And we will say hello as we go along. Obviously, Herb and Raj in Twitch as well. Make sure you go follow Herb and Raj as you see me next to me. But man, let's get into it. WrestleMania night 1. There's the logos. We're kicking off with the 6-man tag match that was just made. The Vision, along with everybody's favorite IShow Speed, against the Usos, and probably the man that's going to be the most polarizing of the night, LA Knight. Yeah. Sped, I'll let you start on this one. What's your excitement level about this match, and there's any information you want to give out for the guy?
Yeah, 0, because we get this bullshit over Io versus Asuka. All right, we get LA Knight, we get Logan Paul, we get Austin Theory, all right, and IShow Speed. Who the hell? Who? When the hell? He has done nothing for the wrestling world like Io and Asuka, and he's in WrestleMania. What? Kind of backwoods Alabama bullshit are we on?
Easy.
Hey,
Easy.
He said make good jokes about Alabama, not 2 jokes. All right, he said make good jokes.
We will flip the script on there.
If you want on the behind
go
the scenes, yeah.
The polar opposite of that is somebody who I know is probably very excited about this match. He may even mention it in his intro. JT, man, tell me how excited you are about this match, and who do you think will win?
Well, I am excited, but at the same time, though, like, I believe they've screwed the whole thing up with this right here due to injuries, due to a lot of different things. But now they're trying to piece it together with IShow Speed, which is kind of like the WWE saying, hey, here's a Band-Aid on a gushing thing that needs stitches and staples, and it's just not the greatest fit, in my opinion.
He doesn't even want to be on the team, right?
Not necessarily.
No, he doesn't.
I get that's the bit. That's the
got drafted.
Yeah. I get that's the story they're trying to build.
He's in Vietnam. This is his Vietnam.
I'm so the excitement level. I like LA Knight. I kind of like how they did what they did on Monday Night Raw last night with the storyline, and the brother walked up. They've had their whole little back and forth moment. I thought that was funny. But yeah, it's a good filler match. I feel like the Usos and Knight's going to come out on the winner side of this, but I would not be upset. Or I could see it the other side where they put the heels up on this too. You kind of go 50-50 on this one. I'm biased, so I'm probably going LA Knight. And the Logan Paul thing, like, just to touch on that real quick, because I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself a diehard wrestling fan like a lot like you guys. I would consider are. I'm probably like a medium level. But I like what Logan Paul has done necessarily, like to the point of the commitment level. Like the dude has made a full commitment to be a wrestler. The dude lays his body on the line. Now, he's got a big mouth, and I think that's where people kind of disagree with him. He's got a large mouth. But I kind of like the heel and what he's got going.
I hear you, man. And we will switch over to Herb. Herb, obviously not watching every week. I know you know a little bit about the story because I've heard you mention a little bit. Is there anything that you want to know about, or what are your thoughts about this match?
No.
And who do you think will win?
I'm with Sped 0 for this match. I'm not sure. I like when you just popped it up. I was like, this is actually a WrestleMania match. Like this seems like it should be. Like if they made another show between Raw and SmackDown and threw this match on, that would be
TNA.
That would be it.
Yeah.
This would be a good
no
like
T.
if
There's
WWE
no T
ever
and
brought
no A
back
that I want to watch in this one. So no. NXT would turn this match down. Like they would like no.
That's why I said they should go to AA on this one. Right. So if you look at it, AAA Lucha Libre is a single A baseball, of wrestling, right? Then TNA's AA, NXT's triple. Then you got the major leagues with the WWE, right? So instead of having LA Knight, us seeing a F. How Mr. Crocker used to do it on the Fairly Odd Parents, with F, Instead of seeing one of these type of matches, we could have had Io versus Asuka, two females that would have tore the whole house down completely. All right, and we would have been more excited about it. There's actually a story there, more of a story. This right here feels like a Backlash type of match.
I agree on the
versus
story
WrestleMania.
part a lot with you.
Yeah.
I really agree on the story part. That Io Asuka will be, and I'm an LA Knight fan, and that would be a better story. This
sure.
one, they kind of, like I said,
sure.
just piece this together right here, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've told that story a lot better than anything they've done with this. That's completely fair.
Yeah.
This definitely screams like if WWE ever brought back pre-show matches, that this would be a perfect pre-show
yes.
I think that's what ESPN2 is. Yeah, the first hour
Yeah,
is free.
Yeah, if they're putting it on ESPN too, but and I guess putting quote unquote your two most popular guys on Raw in Jay and LA Knight, you're hoping that brings in some people who just have ESPN on at that time and they're like, oh wow, all these people are excited for these two guys. Maybe I should watch this. So I get it from a marketing standpoint for ESPN, but I definitely agree with there are some other matches we could definitely throw on instead of this. I mean, as much as I have complained about the storyline with the Wyatt Six and the MFTs, I would rather see that they're going to do on SmackDown over this because at least that's got a little bit of history and a little bit of story.
I'd rather watch paint dry than watch this.
I will watch this over the paint dry, but it's at least a conversation.
Yeah.
And look, it'll get the crowd going. I mean, iShowSpeed, 4 or 5 million followers. Logan Paul, same thing. I mean, it's going to get the crowd, the general wrestling crowd that's there at WrestleMania hyped up, and it's gonna showcase very well in the audience. So.
The first 350 people that show up get to see this match.
That's the way it should be on the pre-show. This should be when everybody's filing in.
Hey, what Mania was it? Not to go off subject. Wasn't there a Mania when like it started and the gate messed up or something and they couldn't get the people in?
San Francisco.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I forgot which one it was. They started out and they went out and they were like, well, nobody's fucking here. Like,
yeah, because remember the Triple H Sting match? You look out there and everybody's dead.
You also had the one that was out in California where it started raining and you had like Samoa Joe in a raincoat out there with a microphone trying to do interviews, and like half of it was empty because it was pouring down rain too.
All of those sound more exciting than how I feel about this match. Like if you had said, hey, the gate is locked and the crowd is trying to fight to get in, I would cut the camera to that rather than watch this.
Yeah,
luckily it is. Go ahead, finish.
I'd rather, like what TC just said, I'd rather watch a donkey try to win the Kentucky Derby. Yeah.
You can tell he's been doing a show with you for a few weeks now.
Oh, yeah.
If, like, say you replace iShowSpeed with, like, obviously if Braun Breaker was ready, they'd be him and Seth Rollins probably. But hypothetically, say Speed was Breaker. Way more.
Or Bronson Reed would be
or Bronson Reed. Yes. I would be way more in tune on this match because LA Knight
I'd still be
have
pissed.
Well, no, if Bronson Reed was in there,
no, because Bronson Reed should be in the IC title match. Then
agreed.
Hear me out, and this will help you out. This will help you out.
I like Reed.
If Bronson Reed is in this match, though, he is going to tsunami LA Knight 12 times. He is going to tsunami Jey Uso 10 times, and it's going to make everybody happy.
But that doesn't do anything for his career. Winning the IC championship does more
Let's go
for
to
the
the
man's career
Yeah,
than
if him or Breaker was
squashing
healthy,
some
yeah,
guy
that
who
would be
can
a whole
only
nother
spell
thing.
out 4 letters. You know, 2 men that can only go 4 letters. Yeah,
Do you
so
wake up and just like think of new ways to hate LA Knight?
I wake up and I want to be like 50 Cent. Yeah, just troll the
Okay.
shit out
Oh,
of
the
LA.
petty level.
I feel you. I feel you. See, I feel that way about Raymond Noodle Roman Reigns. I feel
Yeah, see, I
exactly
get
that
it.
way about the part timer, the guy that works, 20 days out the whole year.
Yeah, but I'd rather listen to the guy who says things, about missionary position, because that's what LA Knight is for the last 30 years. It's been a missionary position with him. It's been, for 30 years now. So it's like, dude, pick something else. You're not Stone Cold. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if you got a leather jacket and you're coming out in your damn Speedo. All right. You're still not Stone Cold. Doesn't matter how many times you say, you'll never beat The Rock. It doesn't matter how many times you go LA Knight, the people don't care. Yeah.
If he wins the
All right,
championship, I just want to talk to you. You'll be the first person I want to talk to after he wins the title. I want to come on the show. Because I promise
much
you
as
my
we could
level
go
of trolling
is-
will be on another
I'm
level.
with Johnny Gargano the whole show legit. All right, just play.
He'd be like, I've been
We
an
will
LA
move
Knight fan
on.
my whole life.
Oh,
I've
hell
always
no.
said, yeah.
Nope.
As much fun as this is, we could sit here and do this all night, but we do have a lot of other matches to get to. We're going to get to one that everybody is actually really excited about. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. One of the matches I'm looking forward to the most, 1 out of 2 of them. Herb, I'll start with you on this one. What do you know about the match, and are you excited for it from what you do?
So I am definitely a casual because I get way more excited about all the belts matches. So the last thing I saw for this one, Drew was tying up Fatu and beating the crap out of him. Out there.
That's pretty much been the whole feud. One of them beat the shit out of the other one.
Yeah.
So I'm not really like excited for it from that standpoint,
true.
but I am gonna go with Fatu to win, and I hope he does. But otherwise, those are the kind of matches I like to see. Like I said, it's when you're a casual guy, you just want to see the stakes like for a belt. Are you guys wrestling for a belt? There's only one match that I don't agree with that with. I guess we'll cover that one later. But other than that, I'm just kind of like, okay, maybe it's a cool one. I hope they do a good job, and I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of blood and guts and all that kind of stuff. But I hope Fatu pulls it out.
What's going on, Randy from How About Them Damn Dogs podcast? And I don't know if you saw it, JT. Your cousin's in the audience.
I see my cousin and their cousin Maddox.
Cousin Maddox in the audience.
Maddox in the audience.
So when is it going to be a cage match between Mike and JT for custody of Maddox?
And listen, he can have it. He can have it. Okay, I'm just cousin Maddox.
Look, technically, Maddox and I aren't cousins. Maddox and I are brothers after Saturday night, so that makes JT and I cousins as well.
Cousins, yeah, cousin Mike.
Look, you don't share headphones as close as we did on that show Saturday, and not become.
Hey, no, bump the headphones.
Arguing over a
It was the bottle. It was
Yes,
the bottle.
they were
y'all was
arguing over
sharing.
the bottle.
That's what it was.
Shared.
No. Look,
They were fighting.
arguing is such a strong term. I don't know that we were. The only time we argued is Matt. There was one time during the night that Maddox poured me a full shot, and then poured himself, and it was like a very tiny bit. So I'm like, "Are you seriously just doing that right now? I'm gonna need you to pull a 4 shot because I've got a full shot. I'm on shot like 13 at that point.
Took like 20 shots.
My favorite part of that was them looking over. Herb's pouring a shot. Hurry. Herb's pouring a shot.
We had to have our excuse. Look, you were the excuse while we all pour shots, so we had to keep in with that. Yeah, I called you out, Maddox. I still love you, brother. I also learned how to be petty from her. So this is where we're at. I'm not quite at that level yet, but I'm getting.
Wow, JP. Hey, look, I took more
JT,
shots than anybody.
Being you said you barely watch SmackDown, and this has obviously been a SmackDown build. How much are you familiar with this match, and how much are you excited about it?
I keep up with this one. I did keep up with it. Like I said, I'm a highlight watcher for SmackDown, probably mostly. I do like Fatu McIntyre. I feel like Fatu is a main evented guy going forward, probably. Somebody you can put a strap on here in probably the 26th year. I think Fatu wins this because McIntyre's about to ride off in the sunset for the movie for a little bit. You put Fatu up. It doesn't make sense for me to put McIntyre over him right now and him right off in the sunset. What does that do, for that? But kind of what Herb said. Both of them beating the shit out of each other back and forth for about a couple of weeks. It's going to be a great match. I'm excited for this one. This will be a really good one. Give me Fatu.
Maddox calling him out.
Hey, you don't want one. Hey, HBK is my favorite of all time. That's my GOAT. All right, I hit you with the sweet chin music now. He said, what? What is that? For what?
-4 for FTS. I got right. Remember that.
Oh, for that one right there?
Yeah.
The custody of Io match? Custody of Kyrie match? Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. The Rusev special got you -4 right away.
All right, Sped, talk to us about McIntyre and Fatu.
And this is funny that this is on the free hour part, which is actually pretty cool. So if you guys got ESPN, well, the only bad thing is anybody who has YouTube will not be able to watch on YouTube TV, will not be able to watch the show, from what I've been reading. It's sad. Either way, I'm excited for this. This match is going to be fun. You're going to see people. Hopefully we hear somebody screaming because, oh my God, so much blood. Yeah, this is going to be a bloody match. It's going to be one of those ones where my wife's like, I don't want to watch. Yeah.
You say that, but that's what scares me about them putting it on ESPN, like, widespread. Because I don't know that they're going to want that on ESPN.
Man, dude, for years we saw one of the Williams female, she would Patouche skirt come right up. You would see
Venus
everything. I think it was Serena. To be honest with you, I was just trying to figure out which one in my head was doing it. When every time she served, her skirt would come straight up. Yeah, and they would freaking show that 700 times on ESPN. Like, hey, guys, look what we saw today.
Are you comparing seeing Serena's butt to blood in this match?
But he's saying that if you can't, yes.
Are these complaints?
No, I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining about that. Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Wait, hold on. Sped. Since you're complaining about it, blink twice if your wife is in the room.
3 times. She's right there.
So, yes, I agree. It is bad when they show the butt on TV.
Oh, no.
Bad.
No, it's not bad. It's actually awesome. That was the best part about being a teenager. Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be a great match, though.
Yeah, like I said, this match is one of the two that I'm most excited about. It does scare me a little bit, like I said before, that it's going on main ESPN because I think it may hold these two back. I think if these two, if WWE just said, look, it's an unsanctioned match, put it together, do what you want to do because it's supposed to be unsanctioned, I think this would be one of the best matches that WrestleMania has had in a long time. I don't think WWE is going to do that because of the situation, so I think it's going to still be good, but not nearly as good as it could be.
Put it on ESPN, made them PG up the match a bit.
Exactly. Next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Gunther in a match that doesn't have the best story, I'll say. And look, I've said from right. Well, maybe, or either that or Gunther got hired by Paul Heyman. We're not really sure still. Or he's doing a favor for Paul Heyman so he can get to Brock later. There's a lot of different directions that it's going all at one time. The main thing is I give WWE a pass on this one because obviously we wanted it to be Breakker. They tried to get Breakker cleared a couple of weeks ago. It didn't happen. So they had to pivot at that point. Bronson Reed is also out because they tried to put him in when Breakker got hurt. They've tried multiple ways to make this story make more sense, and nobody wanted to see Austin Theory or Logan Paul in the spot. You wanted to do Brock and Oba, so the next logical thing would be somebody else out. And look, Gunther is one of the best in the ring. Rollins is one of the best in the ring, in my opinion. So this is going to be a good wrestling match. If you want to show a new fan what good wrestling looks like, this match is probably the one to go. It's not got the best story. It's not got the best hype for it, but the actual in-ring product will probably be one of the better matches on the card. With that, JT, I will let you go first. What is your excitement level of the match, and who do you think wins?
I am level 5 excited. That 5 is all for Seth Rollins. I think Gunther, how Buddy feels about LA Knight, I'm like that about Gunther and Raymond Noodlehead. This is the most boringest guy in the ring to me ever. He will hold you in a sleeper chokehold for 35 minutes and call it a great match, and it sucks to me. I don't like Gunther. I think that is like Mr. Bored to me when he comes out. It's just boring. It's plain. Maybe people can say, well, that's a good heel. Maybe so. Maybe not. I don't like Gunther. I love Seth Rollins, though. Huge Seth Rollins. Even when Seth was a heel, I would say, like, sometimes it would – some of the stuff I'm like, yeah, I'm more of a babyface guy than a heel guy. But I still like Seth as a heel. I don't like Gunther. But like you said, you give him a pass for this one because of the Breaker, Brunson Reed issues with injuries. They were trying to get them going. They didn't want to put Logan Paul in that spot with Seth, which is smart because then you'd have one guy carrying the whole entire thing at that point. I think it makes sense to make Gunther fight Brock down the road. When he said a couple weeks ago to Paul was like, I don't know what made you go out there and do what you did. And he was like, well, you're going to owe me a favor or whatever. And they walked off about the favor. I think that's going to come back into storyline, later on down the road. But give me Seth Rollins in this one. I like Seth. But I don't see how Gunther can win and carry his retiring thing, but he don't retire Seth when he beats him, So I don't really get that part, I guess, I guess that's why I'm kind of like Seth.
Not to give too much away for when we do our picks on Thursday. And if you guys are watching, make sure you guys tune into us Thursday night, 6:00 Central. We will have an entire cast of characters here making WrestleMania predictions. That's why Sped and I aren't really talking predictions. Or Herb, really. He may mention a few every now and then, but Herb will also be making predictions. So JT, feel free because I know.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'll probably give mine because I don't have another way to give mine. I love wrestling too, but I don't really have so I would definitely say Seth in this one though. I'm gonna go back and see how right I was too when I look at this. I'm gonna go back and jot all this down and see if I was right.
Sped, I know we've talked about the build for this one a lot, and I know it hasn't been the best. How excited for you for the match itself? And do you think Braun Breaker gets involved at all?
Breaker might. He's been cleared for a minute. They postponed the match due to not trying to risk the injury more. We talked about this on Good Evening IWC. It was actually Mob who reported that. On Good Evening IWC, but no, this match is gonna slap, man, no matter what. This match is two great competitors. You got the big stiff European versus Seth Rollins, who's quick like a freaking cheetah, flashy. He knows what he's doing in that ring. Both IQs are through the damn roof. I don't think this is gonna be a 5-star match. Dave doesn't like giving 5 stars to WWE. This is gonna be a 4.75 star or maybe a 4.99 star, but just about as close as you can get. But yeah, I'm excited.
It'd be 10 stars in the Tokyo Dome there.
Shit. If it was in the Tokyo Dome, it's automatic 10 stars. If it doesn't hit 20, then it ain't nothing.
All right. Herb, what do you think of the match? And do you have any questions?
No, I mean, because I saw a little bit of the build-up, but the most telling thing to me was Seth Rollins called out Gunther and said, "Why are you even messing with me?" And Gunther literally walked back in there and said, "Because I don't like that you think you're good." And I was like, "Okay, yes, you guys really had no build-up or no nothing." So the casual fan in me, I'm listening to what everybody says, and they say it's going to be a great match, but it literally is a match that they said we're just going to do this just because. But not to give away my pick, but I do think Gunther plus shenanigans equals a win. So
that's fair. And of course, everything may change in the next day or two. So I would stay tuned Thursday night for his official pick.
Gunther and Afanta takes this win. Sorry.
Next up, the women's intercontinental match, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch going at it again after their great match a couple of weeks ago when AJ Lee won the title. It's pretty much been the whole story. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch going back and forth. Poor Becky, her daughter even said AJ Lee is her favorite wrestler. So she's distraught over that you can't even get your daughter's approval. AJ Lee being that legend that Becky Lynch wants to be. It's been a good story for me. It's been a good build. I would rather have seen someone else in this, maybe something a little different. The fact that it doesn't have a stipulation when we literally just saw this exact match takes it away a little bit for me. I would have
Right.
thought they would have had at least something added to it. I mean, both of them have submissions. Make it a submission match or something. That way you throw a little bit different psychology in it other than what you had at the first one. But yeah, I mean, again, kind of like we said about the last one, it's going to be a good match. AJ Lee is getting better every time she's in the ring after being gone for a decade. You can tell she's still got it. She's, knocking the ring rust off, getting back into it. But it'll be a good match. Sped, anything else to add?
Honestly, no. The whole Becky telling Michael Cole to get the hell out of the way so she can ask the questions was great. So
Yeah.
All right, JT, this is the Raw one, so you've been following it. What do you think?
Yes. Like this one. They could have done better though. Last week, what was it? Monday, they just had a promo package for this. Nobody was even there. The Monday before Mania. I just felt like they could have done a little bit better with that. It is what it is, though. I think Becky probably is going to win this one. I would say because unless AJ's about to make a bigger run than I think she was going to make a run here. And then also, hey, is it me or is this just me thing here? Or did they put more emphasis on the Women's Intercontinental Championship on Raw than the Women's Championship? Because I think they do. They put a lot of emphasis on the Women's Intercontinental. And then the Women's United States belt on SmackDown, I don't even think it's been defended yet.
It's not defended on the show for sure.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. I don't, from my knowledge, but also I'm casual watching on SmackDown, so I don't know it fully, but I don't even think it's been defended. So, it's one of those things.
Julia's defended it a few times. There may be an injury for Tiffany Stratton because that's where the storyline was going. And I read somewhere, Sped, correct me if I'm wrong. I know we don't have Stampede in the audience like we normally do. Maybe Tiffany's dealing with an injury, which is why they pushed this off of WrestleMania, possibly.
I thought there was Tiffany was doing some outside work with like a movie and stuff, like a TV series. I saw a
movie or a TV show or something.
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that.
That's what I don't think she's injured because there's hey, Chris, do your thing. Look it up.
I guess we'll know what that is when Chris
is dealing with an injury, so I guess that's why. So,
go ahead or finish.
No, I was going to say to one of the other points, I don't mind them doing a promo package for matches because I'm tired of Punk and Reigns ending every show talking to each other. So anything we can do to speed that up. But this shows you how casual I've been watching.
That's what I thought.
Again.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Tiffany, Chelsea's the one who's injured. Yeah.
And, Chelsea Green. Yeah, Chelsea Green.
Yeah, she's got the ankle. I knew that.
She's going to have surgery, I believe.
I think
Stratton is also dealing with her knee, right? Or was that just earlier?
I think that's a cover up for her to be able to go off to Hollywood for a little bit. That's what they do.
WWE will do that.
Yeah. Okay. They'll be like, oh, hey, my knee hurts. Back spasms. Even though, they still wrestle with back spasms. Yeah. Oh, I got a massive headache. Yeah. You've been wrestling.
Well, what are you, my wife?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Twitch, clip that.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why this is one of our best shows of the year. I agree with you completely, JT. I wish that they would have had the promo that they had the last Monday, not like yesterday, but last week, where you had AJ standing on the desk and Becky in the audience kind of going back and forth. I enjoyed that. I wish they would have done that this week and maybe had the package last week. I think would have made this more. But I mean, they've also, to that point, which we'll get to here in just a second, they are focusing that women's title a good bit too, with Stephanie and Liz.
Which means if Becky gets it from AJ here, where's the story go there? Because Becky just keeps getting the belt. We got to do something else with it, I feel now.
If it happens here, I would imagine they will go with a third in Backlash. Yeah, kind of like a rubber match kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which there will hopefully definitely be a stipulation on that part.
That's weird to have a rubber match after
Backlash.
Like, they should have built it better. Yeah, you should have built
better. It's going to be SummerSlam. She'll take a break and
Yeah,
then come back for SummerSlam.
Okay.
because they're going to
That's
want to
fair
go
too.
1-1 probably, and
Yeah.
if that happens, I don't see Becky winning here and then her getting it right back. Because what do you do with AJ Lee? Unless she's about to make a run for the rest of this year, but I didn't think it was going to be that long.
She wants to go back to her hometown in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Right.
Yeah,
She's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herb, I know we've talked a lot about this. Any other questions about it? Anything? I know you followed a little bit of it.
No, yeah. So this is like when I finally do my pick. This is going to be like who do I want to win, AJ Lee versus who I think is going to win, Becky Lynch. Now I've done all my picks on who I want to win, so that served me well. But it just seems like Lynch gets it back here. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, there's a lot of things you can set up with Lynch. I mean, you got the Maxine Dupree stuff that you could come back to. You got a returning Ivy Nile, who's going to be coming back here soon, doing her thing. The big one that
Zoe should be coming back soon.
That's the one I was talking about. The one that was getting pushed last year. She was about to get pushed into the IC title. I think she was going to be the inaugural IC champion, women's IC champion. She's coming back here soon. And when she does, that freaking sniper is going to be a bad woman. And everybody's going to be like, shut your mouth, Sped. But I'm just talking about Zoe. Okay.
So he's referring to Zoe Stark, who suffered a pretty bad knee injury about almost a year and a half ago now.
Year and a half
So
now.
she should be, she should be close to coming back. So
ACL, PCL, and a meniscus all at one time.
yeah, like tore the whole thing up. Like her
all
like,
at one
if
time.
there was no skin, like her leg would have just fallen off.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was bad.
Mr. Joe.
Fifth worst injury
Joe?
I've ever
Appreciate you,
seen
man.
on live TV.
We will definitely cover that one here in a second, but definitely chat. Let us know who you think will win that match, as we will go over it here in just a minute as we get to night 2. Next up on night 1, though, it is the women's tag team match 4-way battle. The champions, Lash and Nia Jax, Bliss and Flair, the Bella Twins, yay, and Bailey and Lyra. For the championship that is currently held by Nia and Lash. And look, the story of this one is just all 4 teams have been wanting the title. They've been going at each other. I would personally like to see someone other than the Bellas in this. I'm just not a huge Bella fan, but that's my personal opinion. You could have had Kyrie and Asuka in this. You could have had an NXT team in this. Anything, because they've done that before, where they've had an NXT representative coming at WrestleMania for those women's tag team champions. So you have something from every brand. Yes, the Ren QCC, 100%.
Could have been it.
We're huge Ren QCC fans here.
Could have
Don't
been
know who that is. Watch some NXT.
Could have been
or follow me on X. I post a lot of Ren stuff.
Hi, hope you're having fun.
So I'll start with you, JT. 4-way match. Are you excited for it at all? And who do you think takes the win?
I might be most excited about this one for the night 1 for me. All the matches, like this one right here, I like the build on it. 4-way tag, a lot of action's going to happen in this one. Like you said, all girls really just want the belt here, kind of going after the belt. I loved seeing Monday night when they did Charlotte Flair versus Valkyrie. That was an awesome match to me. I like to see Bailey kind of get in there and show that little gritty side and get the win right there. It was kind of funny, kind of a build right here. I like it a lot. I can see the Bella Twins being a favorite right here of a lot of people wanting to see the Bella Twins get it here. I could see WWE maybe going that route because they're on their last little run here. But I'm excited about this one a lot. I like Charlotte Flair too. I like what Bailey and Valkyria. Now, the only thing with the Bailey thing is I don't know how much people are liking the dodo type of Bailey. Like, you know what I mean? Like the playful fun, like the kind of airhead, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to paraphrase it necessarily, but I've seen mixed reactions and comments about it. I'm 50-50. But
I'm kind of upset that they went away from the like multiple personality gimmick that she had done a while back.
Yes, I
They've kind of gotten away from that, and I that was probably on our show. I talked about it when they first did that if they had done it right, that could have been an all-time character for WWE.
He said, "JT, no. What did I do? What's no to what about that gimmick? About that or
No,
what did
the
I say?
Or maybe the
the
Bella
Bellas
twins, the
winning.
Bella twins winning.
Oh yeah.
Bellas
No,
winning,
I'm not.
yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say. I'm saying I've read that a lot from other fans. I'm speaking what I've seen through comment sections myself right here because I do keep up with a lot of stuff. Now, a lot of this has been on SmackDown. If I'm not mistaken, Jax and Legend they're on SmackDown, right? I don't
They
see them a
are,
lot on
yeah.
Raw. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No to the Bellas, but yeah, I agree necessarily. If I have to pick here, I like Charlotte Flair and them. I mean, or Bailey. I'm kind of cool with either one of the top teams right there winning. That's probably where I would put my hat at. But I said I could see where they might go with the Bella Twins just because of the trying to make a last run, marketable. TKO loves marketable apparently, and if they just throw Pat McAfee and everything, apparently they think that'll just fix it. So they should throw Pat
Or
and
Jelly-
Pat Stu.
Or
He
Jelly
should be a
Roll.
special guest referee, and Jelly Roll should sing everybody's intro song. You know, that should be what they do next.
God no.
That'd be funny as
God
shit.
no.
That would be funny though. Yeah.
It would
the only-
be. It would be pure comedy at that point.
Yeah, like think about him singing Dominic Mysterio's entrance.
Oh, God,
Yeah, as
dude.
he says Mysterio as like a big redneck,
Country
Nashville
redneck.
yeah, like that country
Mysterio.
Nashville redneck Mysterio. Yeah, you got the freaking country. That'd be awesome. I'd be like, this is great. I love this. Oh man, no, this right here. Look, if it's not Bailey or Lyra, then keep it on Lash and Nia, because I'm done. It's time to separate the fake friends of Charlotte and Alexa. We know this is like angel and devil, like type of deal. I mean, the angel is definitely Alexa, and Charlotte's got to be the devil, in this one because she can be mean as fuck. We all know that. And nobody in their right mind wants to see that Philadelphia Eagles safety messing around with 700-year-old Nikki Bella. All right, I'm just, we're just putting it out there. Spence being controversial tonight. All right, look, it's Bougie Bullies or the Bird Lady and the Split Personality Lady. That's all I have to say about it.
Herb, you got anything to add to that expert analysis?
No, that was great. I am looking forward to this match. I do think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Echo everybody. The Bellas. I mean, if they just somehow eliminated them before it started, I'm fine with that too. I feel like they're gonna give it to whatever their irresistible.
It's Cooper.
Carol
That's
agrees.
his name.
Right.
Carol agrees.
That's his name, Cooper.
Cooper, yeah. But otherwise, no, I'm looking forward to this. And like 3 of the 4, I'm okay with winning. But it better not be a legendary, like, let's let the Bellas somehow win, because it feels like the worst tag team in here for sure.
Yeah, and you've already got that to an extent with AJ Lee as well. I mean, so
Hey,
you're
that's a
already doing it
that's a WWE right now, like sign, seal, deliver right there. Give it to whoever you don't want right now. Like what you just said though, Herb, is why I feel like they're good. That I wasn't saying I want the Bellas to win. I'm just telling you what I think TKO is about to freaking do, and everybody in the room co-signed on it too, probably.
Yeah,
and like you said, go with Bailey or Vicarious. Give some gold on them, like and split the friends up. I like Charlotte and why am my brain fart right now? Alexa Bliss, but.
I thought they were going to split up a while back, or I thought they've been teasing that for a minute.
This would have been a good Mania match for them to split and fight.
But they've been teasing, Dom and Finn splitting for like 3 years now, so it's like,
so teasing with no payoff.
They're trying to create that.
You know how it is. They're trying to, you take them out on the date, and you're like, hey, what's up? How we doing? This 3rd date now. And you're like, nah, I'm still good, man. We good. Friend zone. Type of deal.
I feel like they try to do the Triple H Batista run from 04 again, 04, 05 era around there. They try to let that everybody was waiting on Batista to turn on Triple H, and and I feel like they try to build it up like that every time now. And it's just pull the trigger. Like just pull the trigger on it. Don't wait 3 years, like you said. The Dom and Finn, man, that should have been happened.
And in the answer to
I'm
that
excited
question,
for
Joe, when the EST is coming back, I don't think anybody really knows. She broke her hand / thumb
That
pretty bad
knuckle.
last year at
That
WrestleMania.
knuckle. Ooh,
Tried to
ooh.
wrestle through it. Ended up having to have what I would gather now is multiple surgeries at this point. And I don't know that there's a timetable for her to come back, which is unfortunate because she has been a WrestleMania staple for the last 5-6 years now. So they're definitely missing some of that star power with her. All right. Next up, that women's title match that JT mentioned earlier. Stephanie Vaquer, Liv Morgan, in a build that kind of ramped up a little bit this week, but has been kind of trickled in throughout the Royal Rumble. Herb, we'll start with you. Are you interested in this? Do you have any questions, or what do you think?
I'm definitely interested in this match, but it feels like a match that they should have just done a couple months ago because they weren't really sure how to build it up. So they just said, let's just let you guys be really mean to each other. Because otherwise, I don't know. I just felt like their hype was probably closer to Royal Rumble or something. So they should have just pulled the trigger on this when they did something different for WrestleMania. So, which is sad because I think it's going to be a great match.
Yeah. And they started bringing each other's mamas into it and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah. I didn't. So I guess I'm excited for this match, and I didn't need anything that's happened recently to make me more excited. So they could.
You mean the Liv Morgan music video didn't hype it up for you?
No, I'm good on everything. They could have came out and hugged and told each other how great they were, and I'd still be excited for this match. So I didn't really need any of the shenanigans or extra stuff. So
yeah, no, I understand. JT, you mentioned like you've seen more of the Intercontinental build than this. What do you think of it, and who do you think takes the victory?
I like Liv Morgan, especially the Royal Rumble moment she had. That was pretty good. I did like her Royal Rumble moment, her winning it. Now the build to it, it's been like hot and cold for me. There's been some times I'm like, oh, I like that. That's good. And then there's just times where I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But in this state right here, I'm taking Liv. They've kind of built her up. I see this kind of going. Maybe her getting the belt here and them going back and forth in backlash, like going back here, getting one,
Does
go back.
Vaquer have any friends yet, or is Liv the only one with a posse?
No, I mean Liv's got hers. Vaquer, no, not really.
I mean, kind of, but not like nothing like Morgan, like nothing like that necessarily.
Right.
I mean, what didn't Vaquer tag team with EO and them at one point?
She did when she first got called up,
but it wasn't. It's not like nothing. Yeah, nothing like that. I'm just saying, like she's had some moment, but nothing. Yeah, like I said, nothing like Judgment Day.
Yeah, oddly enough, when she first got called up, it was Julia, and then they shipped Julia off to SmackDown. So that's really the only friend she's had since she got there. That was before Julia turned heel and left.
Yeah,
you gotta have some friends. So I'm probably gonna end up picking.
Who knows? Maybe Jelly Roll will come out and help her. Jelly Roll's trying to be everybody's friend.
Jelly Roll just get his butt whooped last time. Like, what's he even doing? Didn't he have?
Yeah, but it's Liv Morgan. It's not. It's not Pat McAfee. Nobody beats up Pat McAfee. You have that.
That's
Ed, anything to add on this one?
The one thing you guys are missing out is two females that could change this whole game for Liv in a bad way. Raquel and Roxanne. So there's a lot going on there. At the end of the day, I'm probably giving away my pick here, but at the end of the day, I'm expecting the Judgment Day just to be JD, Dom, and Liv at the end of WrestleMania.
I hate you so much because I was thinking the exact same thing. I was going to tease it on Thursday. I was going to tease it for Thursday.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing too, Sped. Like you read my mind, buddy. I was right there with you.
Thanks, Herb.
I think they fell for that.
Anyway, on to the last match, the main event: Cody Rhodes versus versus Randy Orton. And then the main event for the title. Sped, start us off. What do you think, man?
All right, so there's a couple of things to watch out for this one. And the reason why I'm saying this is everybody's going to be like, what the hell? Right. This is a legacy battle. And there's one member that will be in Las Vegas I would watch out for. Maybe he comes back, maybe he doesn't. You know, he just got done with tax evasion, so and he got acquitted for it. So, you know,
What?
He's already won one match, apparently.
he did. He beat Mississippilis, and now he's in Vegas to do that WrestleCon. So, yeah.
You beat Mississippilis or you had syphilis? Like, what are we
No,
talking about here?
I make fun of
So
Mississippi.
he's referring to someone who is very close to Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes from back in their legacy days,
Gotcha.
who had some trouble and is now out of it, who could make an appearance.
Well, I mean,
I think they would have mentioned that they would have at least said the word legacy or something. So I think they have specifically tried to leave that out to not put that. I don't.
They mentioned it a couple of times. You know, they're like, well, we were in Legacy. You were gonna be the man. Yeah, like, oh, when I was in Legacy, fuck you. Yeah, type of deal. Yeah, that's how this whole promo battle. And then they brought in the kick in the balls, Pat McAfee. So you're definitely gonna get someone kicked in the balls. It's just I'm not.
You'd
This
think
one should
after-
I mean, I know I'm
After
going to be the 1,000th person to say this, but they ruined a match that they could have just rolled out there and everybody would have loved. We didn't need
No,
anything
you're right.
else.
You're right. You're
No
right.
heel turns, no nothing. These guys could have just got out there and everybody would be excited. I don't understand it. I don't. Sometimes just leave it alone and
You
it's
can't-
fine.
You can't
But-
blame Road Dogg. Can't blame Road
People
Dogg
just
no more.
decided stuff had to be doing stuff. So, and I'm with
JC,
Carol.
you said this
I'm
is
rooting for Randy Orton.
yes.
Yeah, that's
You said this is one of the ones you have followed kind of through highlights. Are you excited for the match being that it's on SmackDown? You haven't seen a lot. And what do you think McAfee's role is actually going to be in the match?
I pray, and I'm just going to pray here, that this is the moment where WWE and TKO have heard enough. They can't backtrack McAfee out of it now, but they just don't interfere him in the match. Like some type of
Thank
way,
you,
take
please.
him out. Have Cody have a
Please.
guy come in and knock him out or something. I don't know. Some type of way. Please let these two just duke it out.
Thank
But,
you.
and if you do,
100%.
like, how crazy would it be? And I saw
Thank
somebody
you,
else
Carol.
say
Yeah.
this. But like, say The Rock was to pop back up and take Cody's side and beat Pat up before Pat can jump in, you know. But Randy still somehow gets the win. I don't know. And really wouldn't say he's coming for the Cody part, just more or less for what he's ran his mouth about, like about the wrestling business. I think it has pissed off some fans, and it has not some fans. I'll say a lot of fans because, dude, the dislikes on those videos are crazy. But yeah, man,
We gotta love that engagement.
yeah, that is true too. You got engagement, you know. Hey, some people can say what they say with it, you know. But hey, give me Randy Orton in this one. I want the 15 for him, and I want to see him take a nice run. I'm hoping that, and I'm a Pat fan. I love Pat, but in this moment here, man,
He was on that
the
there,
money
yeah.
had to have been good for him not to just be in that, because he's more of a real dude to be like, yeah, I ain't doing that.
Right.
And then when what was it, a month ago, he said he was done with WWE. And then was that part of the story, or was, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
This screams that they wanted to have someone like a Ric Flair or a Rock or somebody
But
in that
hey,
position,
from what
and
I
they
read
couldn't
from
make it
Body
work.
Slam, from what I ran from Body Slam, this was the guy all along.
I don't know, man.
That Pat was the guy. Is what Body
I
Slam
just don't get
said.
why they felt like they needed a guy. Like,
I
this
agree.
is a great match regardless. I didn't need the lazy heel turn. And I always call them lazy when you just decide, hey, just turn heel. Don't give me another reason. Just say, hey, I'm just going to be the bad guy. Like, they could have just wrestled and we would have loved this match. So I didn't need any of the extra.
Exactly. I agree. I still think it's going to be a good match as long as McAfee doesn't get
for
involved.
sure. Yeah. What is it? Why are we throwing out celebrities we don't need? Because I already forgot who's running around with Trick Williams. But if you're already doing fine, like, I don't
Lil
need
Yachty.
to-
Yeah.
Little Yachty. Here we go.
Horrible to me.
Yes. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Horrible.
This
Same
feels
way
like,
they did
what
with
was it,
Cena,
WrestleMania
Travis
3,
Scott.
where they had like every celebrity that you could possibly get in there. Was it 2 or 3 where they?
what
I
was
mean,
the
they had
girl?
like
Yeah.
John, Cindy Lauper. I mean, like
The
everybody.
girl, yeah, Cindy Lauper. That's what I was about to say.
Liberace
What
was
the girl
there.
they
I mean,
had
it was
then? Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
It feels very much like that.
Hey, bring back the Manias where the rock bands played the songs like that. Give me that type of celebrity in this. Like, Give me,
Yeah.
give me that. Give me Limp Bizkit on the stage doing the song, like, or something like. Give me. I'm not necessarily Limp Bizkit, but like whoever's band performs it. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me
Yeah.
like a live band,
Like
or
they did with
something
Rhea
for that
Ripley a
band.
couple years ago. That's what it's like.
Yeah, dude. Like, give me something like that, man. But like, I'm just, yeah.
Yeah.
Wash my hands with the Pat McAfee part. I just don't like
Yeah.
that part.
And that concludes night one of WrestleMania. JT, I know you said you may have to go. You good for a little bit, or you need to bounce?
I do have to bounce. I'm sorry. I gotta go to the store before it closes, bro.
Oh yeah. Before you bounce out, tell everybody where they can find you, brother.
Hey, you can find me on Roll Tide Nation, but also read this somewhere, so I'm not gonna take it like I know it. Read it somewhere too, and thought it was kind of funny on that segment they showed with Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll, and they did a backtrack to when they showed Cody Rhodes and somebody else, and The Rock was in the trailer in the background, and The Rock interfered with all of it. Shawn Michaels was in the background of that shot on the trailer. I'm just saying, if HBK pops up Sweet Chin Music, somebody, hey, I will have an out-of-body experience. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. I become a huge HBK fan, and I will lose it. So I'm hoping that is true. That's gonna be my one thing for me. That if I can, anything can happen for me. HBK come out and just Sweet Chin Music somebody, and I'll think it'd be a golden mania for me.
Yes, sir. Well, JT, we appreciate you coming in. As always, good to hang out with you. And enjoy WrestleMania, man.
Yes, sir. You guys too. Y'all have a good one, man.
See you, brother. All right. Moving on to night 2 on Sunday. Kicking
That's
off
a lot
with
of
the 6th.
stuff for night one. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I think night 1 has like 6 matches, and night 2 has 5. So I think there's 11 total.
God.
So yeah, there's a good bit, especially when you're used to like 4-match pay-per-views, stuff
right.
like that.
You know, I'm too old for this, and my ADHD gonna kick in.
But we are starting off with the 6-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title held by Penta. You've got JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, Rusev, and the newly added legend Rey Mysterio. Sped, I'll let you go on this one. Who you got, or what do you think about the match?
I think this is actually one of the good ones. It's a bunch of cruiserweights, we could say, and Rusev. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, so 7 and 6. That's what it is.
So
I knew one had one more.
This is gonna slap though. Like, think about it. Someone's gonna put Rusev right through a ladder. That's gonna be great.
I will say they finally did their job with this on Monday. I am more excited for this match after Monday, after Rusev basically took everybody out, than I was before.
Yeah.
So they did a good job this past Monday building up what little bit they had after the debacle that was the announcement of this by saying, hey, we've had qualifying matches and nobody can remember the qualifying matches ever happening. And they just kind of named some people. They've definitely turned a corner where I'm more excited about this than I was. I don't know that Rey Mysterio adds a lot for me because I'm not a huge Rey Mysterio fan. Yeah, I'm excited for it and excited to see who wins.
Yeah.
Herb, do you have any questions or what do you think of the match?
I hope no one on the panel gets mad at me, but I was really happy when Penta got the belt in the first place, and I've enjoyed his title reign so far.
Johnny got
the Rusev moment was pretty cool the other night. So I feel like when you do a moment like that, you're setting him up to not win because you do want to have a moment. But in any case, I'm hoping Javon Evans does win just because there's no other hidden meanings about that. But got you, brother. Wakanda forever. But otherwise, I'm hoping for a good match from this one. I do think it will be a lot of fun.
Plymouth Rock didn't land on. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
I ain't land on the top rope. The top rope landed on me.
Knock him
back. No, but I do think this will be a lot of fun, no matter who you're rooting for or what. This is one of those not sneaky fun moves, just fun matches. Like I'm really looking forward.
Ladder matches are always sneaky fun. Are always good matches.
And you can definitely tell why they would want to put this one on ESPN because this is definitely going to be very hype.
Yep, this is going to be one of those ones. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Going to get the crowd going. Javon Evans and JD McDonough especially are going to jump off very high ladders through things.
Yes. Yeah.
Penta's
Evans
going to
makes me
do.
tired just watching him sometimes. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need a drink. Like this.
I'm glad to see him take up the John Cena mantle of calling out Stu the cameraman. I'm glad to see he started doing that and talking to Stu, because you wonder if Stu got lonely after John Cena retired, because nobody ever talks to him anymore. So
I thought Stu was about to retire.
He's still there according to Javon Evans, unless Javon's just calling some random camera dude Stu every week.
Stu's kids there.
Hey, Stu's kids.
El Hijo.
Sounds like a weird charity. And next up, the match that I am the most excited about. It is Brock Lesnar, Obafemi. And the build to this match has been great to me. As long as we get the right outcome, is all I'm gonna say. I don't even care if I spoil my pick. I'll just say it. Fuck it. As long as Oba wins, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't even say it for Thursday.
Like, I don't see it at all. For one of my videos, I was trying to order some fake muscles so I could do an Obafemi video, but you guys have been robbed of that because those muscles cost a little bit too much money. But otherwise, he better win. Sorry, I don't care if that spoils a pick. I just don't know many people who are rooting for Lesnar are going to pick that or whatever. Even with shenanigans,
rooting for Lesnar at this point.
Yeah, so he better win. Yeah. Sorry if I jumped in there, but
no, you're good, man. That's perfectly fine.
I got Oba winning this one anyway. I've been saying that for a while. Oba has to win this. There's no other way to it. Like, how are you gonna say?
Would that not be a WWE thing to try and change it just because and not give us what we're wanting?
That would be a Vince McMahon thing, and that right there,
not really a Triple H.
That would be a Triple H pulling a Vinnie Mac thing, and that would be pissing everyone off.
I'll go back to the fact that they're putting this on ESPN as well. I think that tells me that Obafemi is going to win because they do want to look to the future to an extent.
Yep.
And I think putting this on ESPN, this being the lasting image, especially if they do the ladder match first to get everybody hyped up, then they put this match on, and you finish this match on ESPN with worldwide audience with Obafemi standing over Brock Lesnar after a victory. You have an instant star made. You have instant new fans brought in for everybody that loves a young champion, a young guy coming in and building himself up. You've got that with Oba as well. Obviously, through his promos, the guy can talk. That promo Monday was probably the best part of Raw for me. It makes too much sense for Oba not to win.
Right. So how do they do this match and not make it predictable? Is it just going to be in the match itself? Like, these two guys don't seem like they're going to wrestle for 30 minutes. So,
oh no, this will be a 5 to 10 minute match. It won't be a long.
15
Lesnar doesn't have long matches.
Yeah,
so.
Right.
15
He's had a couple. But I don't think they care if this one's predictable. I think they have built it in a way that even if it's predictable, we still want to see it.
Yep.
Right. That's what I'm hoping.
Like one of the ones. It's not like one of the ones where you're like, okay, well, we know X is going to win, so let's just get this over with. Much like a Herb and Raj debate every Wednesday night.
I don't know.
Reference, Mike.
I don't know if a lot of people in here watch boxing, but Mob said it the best. When Lennox Lewis was going through his run, when he was champion of the world in boxing, Obafemi reminds him of Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was just powerful. He ran right through people. He retired as a champion. That's what he was saying. So Mob and I, we were talking about it, and he was like, man, the way he moves, the way he thinks, everything. Lennox Lewis right there. I was like, you're right. He's huge. He's a big boy.
Is Brock Mike Tyson in this example then?
Nah, I think he's that Russian that got knocked out by Lewis. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to say his name. Chakaflis. I don't even know how it starts.
Like how you say I'm not going to try to say his name, and then you try to say his name.
Chakaflis. I don't know, man. Lennox was that dude. Lennox was that dude.
Yes, 100%. All right, we will leave ESPN now and go to, I guess, the PLE part of ESPN. and kick it off with Finn Balor, now the Demon Balor, up against Dominic Mysterio. And I mean, this has been a decent build. We've been teasing Balor and Mysterio for what seems like a year or two now. We finally got it. I don't know that it needed the Demon. I know you mentioned that the other day, Sped. I agree with you completely that I don't know that the
Can
Demon
I take a
is
call
needed.
from Raj on the air?
Sure, let's go.
Hey, Rod, you're on speaker and you're on the podcast, so make it quick.
What podcast you on?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's 9:05.
I know. Mike's.
I thought it was 8 to 9.
No, 8 till when it finishes. It's WrestleMania. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
big
eight,
night.
yeah,
We're
this
still up.
it's the run-in, baby. We don't have a
Yeah,
an
you're
inside.
on the air right now. When you go back and watch, you'll see this.
Well, I'll take it.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Raj. You'll see that when you watch it back.
Go.
And I kind of agree with Extreme Chick too. If you're going to bring the Demon in, let it be a surprise.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I agree with that.
Ed, you have anything to add about this? I know you're not real happy about the entire build.
I saw this post today that says when the Demon comes in, he'll have TKO somehow put on his chest, on his shoulder. He'll have Riyadh Season. You know, he'll have a bunch of sponsors put all over himself. So I thought that was funny. But no, Demon is not needed in this match. Now you're basically saying Dom's a threat, you know, a big threat if you're bringing out the Demon. You know, the Demon, the last time we saw the Demon was against Roman fucking Reigns. Are you saying that Dominic Mysterio is on the same level as Roman Reigns? Because if you are, someone should slap freaking Triple H right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Herb, do you have any questions or anything about this, or are you interested in this match at all from what a little bit you've seen?
I mean, so I was watching when they turned on and everything, so I've seen stuff after. I don't see how you do this and do and I agree with everybody. They should have been a surprise thing because that would have been huge. It's almost like they feel like they have to lead us, you know, into hey, watch this match because he'll already be the Demon. Like I don't get that part. I also don't get how he goes Demon mode and then doesn't win this match either. So that seems silly.
WWE ruined the Demon a while ago when they had him lose like multiple. I think it was ruined when he sat there and they did the heartbeat and the red lights came on and his body was flailing around. Like, yeah, I was like, come on, dude, what the hell are you doing? Yeah.
You can see Bobby's interest in this match, and that's pretty good.
I'm always interested in a Dom match. Always.
They just need ticket sales, and the Demon may add a couple of butts and seats or a couple of extra, you know, PLE buys or whatever you want to call it.
In Tokyo.
So, that could be it. So I mean, views are views. We know that.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a good match. They're two really good wrestlers.
Yep.
I am excited to see it. I'm excited to see the Demon back. I wish they would have done it a little differently, but I've always been a fan of the Demon. So up next,
and
the women's.
Someone who doesn't. I've never seen the Demon, so
yeah, he hasn't been around in a long time. It's probably before you started watching back again.
Yeah, go look up IWGP, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Or some of the stuff he did in NXT. NXT was good with the Demon too.
Yeah, I'm the guy that was confusing Finn Balor with Sheamus until I actually saw him on TV. So
it's very close. One's just really tall, and the other one's short. Yeah,
and one's neon white.
Right.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
I didn't say it was a great pick by me. I'm just telling you.
No, you're good, brother. Next up, the WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill and friends, I guess, against Rhea Ripley. Herb, we'll start with you on this one. Have you been following this at all, or do you have any questions, or what do you think?
Yeah, so now Rhea's on the warpath, right? Io Sky is out there with her, even though that's not her show. She just said, "F it, I'm going to join the other show and have your back." Which, hey, you know, do what you want, right?
Sometimes you got to have a friend like that says, you know, screw what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna come over here and help you, no questions asked.
Yeah, I would be rooting hard for Rhea. I feel like, though, she doesn't need the belt and Jade needs a belt to kind of be a little more relevant. So I think the group that they gave Jade is terrible. Like, they just grabbed, you know, two people in the front row and said, "Hey, this is going to be your backup," because I was like, "These are the people who are watching your back." This just seems stupid. But
well, so the problem with the group is the two people they picked are the two people that she's been beating up all summer.
Right.
So it's I'm just going to beat you into submission until you just decide to follow me, kind of thing, which is very odd.
Yeah. Well, and that also means they should turn on at the first moment. But I agree with cheap seats. I do think they end up like keeping it with Jade just so they could do something. Again, Jade needs the belt to be relevant to me as a casual person. Rhea will be great no matter what happens here, especially if they don't let her lose clean. If they let her lose because of shenanigans, then it's fine, and Jade can continue to be a bad guy or whatever. But I don't know. I'm probably going to go with the dumb pick and still pick Rhea when it's time on Thursday, because I'm just going to start picking who I want to win, and that's who I want to win.
Look, I've been doing that for a while, which is why I don't have any crowns or belts or anything. So, just so you know.
So he said that there's no middle ground, huh?
I kind of feel that way about the tag team match, the women's tag team match too. It's either going to be really great or really bad. Like there's not going to be a whole lot of in between for that.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that one is you can tell stuff like they're going to try and give the Bella their moment, even if they don't win, in the middle of this. And that's the person that nobody wants to do that. So,
yeah, and this is kind of what Herb was saying, Chris. Complete agree that she definitely needs it.
That's what I think. She needs the belt to be relevant, and Rhea doesn't. So I could see.
We can definitely tell Joe is a huge Bianca Belair fan. It's the second time he's brought her up. Shout out, and I'm a Bianca Belair fan too, man. Shout out, Joe. Oh yeah, hopefully she comes back soon. Next up, the men's U.S. title match: Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams with Lil Yachty for some reason. Again, man, this is one of the matches that I don't understand. We had Carmelo Hayes, who was killing it every single week against everybody.
Right.
And then you just decide to throw Sami Zayn and Trick Williams into this match instead. You could have very easily had this as a multi-person match and just had Zayn and Williams included in it as well. Or you could have just had Zayn and Williams as a match on SmackDown. But I don't know why you take that away from Carmelo Hayes, who has carried your show for the better part of this year and the end of last year with his open challenge and his matches with Ilya and Cardona and everybody else. This one just baffles me, to be completely honest. I think it's going to be a decent match because I like Trick Williams and Sami Zayn is okay, I guess. But yeah, I don't get this one. Sped.
I guess he's okay. They will not put that on the WrestleMania commercial.
And I'm so tired of Sami Zayn at this point. I can't help it.
So
Sami Zayn is LA Knight for me.
I definitely missed something in the middle where he ended up with a belt all of a sudden, because I was watching a little when Carmelo had it, and then I obviously missed the episode or something, and then all of a sudden it just felt like, hey, Sammy, we let you lose everything, so here's a belt that you don't deserve. And
they've got this underlying kind of heel turn for Sammy where he's doing more heelish things, although he's saying that he's not a heel, and he kind of took advantage of that to take the belt from Carmelo, because Trick Williams got involved and accidentally hit Carmelo during an open challenge that Sammy had answered. That's why I was mentioning the open challenge as well. And that's how it happened. And that's how Trick Williams got in there. And then you had this weird match last week where it was Sami Zayn and Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title and for the right to fight Trick Williams, which seems very odd too. Like, why is Trick Williams at WrestleMania the prize in this? And I'm a Trick Williams fan.
Just say you don't know what you're doing. Just like somebody just dropped the pin, say you don't know what you're doing. I effed up. Let's just start over. Like one day I just want them to come out and the belt be on somebody who didn't earn it. Like Carmelo Hayes just comes out at WrestleMania, he's got the belt, and we're just pretend like we knew what happened.
You've seen who the SmackDown Tag Team Champions are, right? Speaking of people who didn't earn anything.
But see, I'm totally behind that one because it's so stupid.
Exactly.
I'm totally behind that one because it's the most ridiculous. Yes. When you let somebody win a belt and you don't tell them they're about to win the belt, that's got to be the best thing that you've ever done. So I'm totally behind that one. So
it sounds like it
Ed, do you have anything to?
Which
You have
part are we
anything to
doing
add
in
to this one?
NXT? I missed that one though.
I'm not sure. I don't know if that's referring to tonight. I haven't watched NXT since we started, so I'm not sure.
I actually had it on, yeah. So I was looking up there.
I did for behind the scenes. I didn't want to be too distracted during the main show.
I can be distracted because you get the same comments from me either way. So it really doesn't matter. I don't have
Sometimes
to be
distracted Herb is the most entertaining Herb. I won't say it's the best Herb because I like
Right.
you locked in, but
yeah.
oh, about the Tatum being
yeah,
champ and Blake's
yeah.
got her own
I
belt.
thought Tatum won at the pay-per-view and got the belt back though, right?
She did, but then the next Tuesday they gave like Vanity Project, which is the people she's kind of running around with,
Right,
gave her
those two
her
dudes,
own
they gave her-
title.
High School
No, I
Musical.
see that.
So
I
yeah,
just saw
now
that.
they both have titles that look different. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, they
Expect
look
a
like
ladder match at the next PLE where both of them are in a ladder and whoever grabs
Right.
it gets to take it.
they look like the cast of High School Musical 2026.
And
I hope Trick Williams wins this. I'm not a Sami Zayn person, and it's funny to me being a casual person. I know everyone's upset that Carmelo's not at this one, so that's funny to me too. That you've botched this so badly, and like you said, let a guy carry your program, but don't let him get to WrestleMania. That's just stupid. So
yeah,
That's
it's just a
just-
slap in the
yeah.
face.
It is.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Sped?
It's just this WrestleMania build-up has been one kick in the balls. Yeah.
Yeah, and before we get to the main event, that's 100% true. And Herb, I know you wanted to say something about that as well because you have not been very impressed with this build either.
no, it just, and so part of this, Mike has. Thank you. Mike has to answer this every week. I said, has the Royal Rumble winner always gone on to wrestle at WrestleMania? He's like, yes, Herb. It's been like that forever. He answers this once a week because I'm like, it seems like this was handled the worst ever.
Well,
So
yes. This one seems like it is, but they had, remember Roman a few years ago, that Royal Rumble was
There's been
stupid.
one or two Rumbles where, but for the majority of the history, it's always been they get a chance at WrestleMania. There's been a couple times.
Well-
Ric Flair won at one time where he won the belt.
Yeah, we got to tear
At
him
the
up.
Royal Rumble, there's a couple. So, but yes.
But yeah, and then
As an
Roman
overall-
defended at the Rumble one
Yeah.
time. It was
Well,
stupid.
my point on it though, is it seems like they handled it the worst this time. They had too much time in between. They had no idea what to do, no plan, and having these guys just kind of hang out or argue with each other for 2 or 3 months has just been awful. And like the segments that didn't need anything, they added something to. The segments that maybe could use something, they haven't. They just, I don't know, man. It just feels like they let me write the stories, and then I don't know. Did they let me drink when I did? I have no idea, but it just doesn't. I'm not
going to
impressed.
need you to put yourself. I'm going to need you not to put yourself in that light because you would have written a whole lot better story than anything that we've got here.
Yeah, right
I
now.
mean, there's certain ones I would just be like, okay, this guy's wrestling this guy. I'm like, why? I'm like, I don't care. Y'all make it happen, but these are the people that should be in this, right?
Yeah.
Carmella versus Trick would have been great. But having Sami Zayn come out here and go, I know why you guys are booing me, but I mean, like, gee, like that was just, it's like he gave up. He like realized, okay, I'm just not going to be over. They gave me this belt and I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. He was a real.
And I honestly think
Carmelo and let him go out and wrestle Trick at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and you and I talked about this the other day. I think that's why they put Lil Yachty out there because, to me, they know Lil Yachty is annoying as hell, and they were hoping that would make people not like Trick Williams as much, and it just hasn't happened because everybody's loving Trick Williams.
Yeah,
So
I didn't get it. Yeah. Hey, if you're over, we're gonna add something to it. Like what? I don't need this guy. Like I didn't. I was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just disappointed, and I should be way more excited for WrestleMania. And you see people, they're like, "Hey, there's 2 matches I'm excited for." Like, what is that? So, I just feel like
I said it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
I said those exact words.
We
I'm
just
about
had
to plug in my power, so I might glitch for a second.
AEW Dynasty, and then that whole card from top to bottom was fire, and now we're getting 3-4 matches that may slap, and a few of them that we're all like, man, this WrestleMania, where a lot of people aren't even looking forward to. I don't know the reason why I'm looking forward to it is because it's family tradition, pizza and wings, homemade pizza, homemade wings, boom. It's my Super Bowl.
Yeah.
My World Series.
And we will end with the match, the Royal Rumble winner for the men, as we talked about, Roman Reigns going up against the champion, CM Punk. And this build is what it is. They've argued a lot. They've punched each other. One called the other one old. So that's a thing that happened. And apparently that's what set Punk off the most, is the fact that Roman called him old. So, yeah, out of everything Punk says to everybody, that's the one thing that sets you off. Just seems kind of lazy to me as well. Sped, do you have anything to add before we go to Herb and see what he thinks?
I mean, he gets called Pepsi Phil by another guy wearing makeup. So, I mean, if that doesn't piss you off, then why being called old? That's a natural process. Everybody goes through it. I mean, yeah, why does that make you mad? Oh, shit. One day someone called, yeah, you damn right I'm old. Been on this earth for a hot minute. You know, like Jesus.
Or now it's Punk and OG, so I guess old is just supposed to be insulting.
I don't know.
Yeah, and WWE had the chance. Like Herb mentioned this earlier about the Cody and Randy thing, as opposed to this story. I was fine when Roman Reigns came out and said, I picked you because I hate you.
That was perfect.
Because of everything that happened. That would have been such a good, like a good opposite storyline from if you would have left Cody and Randy alone and said, hey, you've been my mentor. You've taught me everything. We've ran the roads together. You are one of the reasons I'm in this business. I love you, Randy. You know, it's an honor to wrestle you. Now let's go out and kill each other. As opposed to this one being, hey, I just hate you and I hate you too. Now we're just going to beat the crap out of each other. Those two main events would have been a perfect symmetry of stories that you could have put together, and it would have been very cool instead of what we got. So I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in this one, if you can't tell by my voice. But Herb, do you have any questions? I know you followed it a good bit, or what do you think?
Yeah. So the first time they came out and talked at the end of a show, I guess I was Raw. I was like, okay. The third or fourth time, I was like, so this is actually a thing. And so I don't watch it on Monday nights. We're usually watching a movie or one of our shows. And so it's always on mute. So I'm not even listening to most of this. But I'm sitting there watching and I'm thinking, you guys are really going to come out and insult each other, right? It's like you're all having a battle every week and we're voting. I don't understand how that's the way you hype up something. And then like the Usos came out, it seemed like for no reason. I wanted an apology. Like, you guys, what are you guys men? We don't get apologies. So I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Like, go punch each other out, then go have a beer and everybody's fine. Like, I don't get any of it. I think it was all stupid. I didn't want to see them on the mic every week. If you're not going to wrestle or fight or do something, to just stay home. Like, email us in your stuff. Like, do a promo package or whatever. But like you said, this match was fine. Okay, hey, here's the two guys. Let them go at it. But now I hope they both lose at this point. That's how I feel about both of you.
No, I that's one of those things where, hey, who you got winning this match? The referee. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I would be fine with that. But if the referee walked out with the belt, I'd be like, all right, cool. Got it.
Yeah. That's how I'm saying. I'm cool with that. Now, I was looking more forward to this when they were teaming up at War Games and Roman put his arm out, made Punk stop. That's when you knew that this line was headed. That's when everybody was like, yes, here we go. And then you're right, Big Mike, when he came out, he's like, I hate you. I chose you because I hate you. I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Then he's like, your dad's dead. He's like, come on, dude. Yeah, you're really going to do the dead dad joke right now? And then he's like, you're old. All right, dude, we went from grown-ass men actually talking and debating and fucking each other up with words to 3-year-olds. Okay?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to answer what Chief said, like, I get that it's more personal, but I don't get coming out every week and talking about it to pump up a few. None of that gets me excited.
We live in a day and age where you could talk about it on social media. Right? You want to do it? Yeah, you could do a video like this and be like, I'm Roman Reigns, and I don't like CM Punk.
And I would have been fine.
The problem, the problem I have with what you've got here, Chris, is the Pauper and the Prince. Is CM Punk's not the Pauper. He hadn't been that in 12 years.
He's grandpa.
That's the one thing I will agree with McAfee on when he brought it up the other day. The dude's got the most merch on WWEshop.com. He's He's making the most money off the gates. You know, he's the guy that's profiting probably the most other than Cody Rhodes. You can't call him the pauper anymore just because, 20 years ago he had to struggle for a second. He's so far beyond that now that it doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah.
He is Pepsi Phil, to phrase Dan Housen.
Pepsi Phil.
So,
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I love Dan Housen so much. That is all for WrestleMania Night 2. Come back Thursday for our picks. We do have a Twitter. No, we wait. I'll let you know when. There's going to be some more music that plays here in just a few minutes, and then you do it after the next music plays.
Gotcha.
Okay. You'll know when the cue comes up because the music will hit. Not that. Shut up. Not that music. But the music is very appropriate for our Twitter topic of the week. Go for it, Sped.
All right, listen. My bad, folks, over there on Twitch. Listen, we got a real porn star interested in joining the WWE or in wrestling.
Nobody's
in general.
wrestling that guy.
Okay, this guy is talking about coming out and being the real big Balboski, Val Venus 2.0. All right, what was that dude? Lars Sullivan? Yeah, where he was an adult film star.
I don't think it was Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan was the big, like brute looking guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Alex
I thought he was the one.
Kingston or something. No, Lars Sullivan was like big and.
I thought he was the one who did gay porn and got caught because he was talking.
I looked away for a second. I think I got jumped into the wrong stream. I'm sorry. I don't know.
See? Yes, it was Lars. I was right.
Oh wow! Okay, there you go. You learn something new every day.
Oh my
god! He had a homophobic. He had a homophobic rant going on, and then
when my wife asked me how the streams was, I'm gonna go nothing and just change the subject.
And then someone found his shit.
Watch the last 5 minutes. It explains everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh gosh. But that does end the show on, I guess, a high note.
We were definitely high for that last segment.
Adult entertainers coming into the business. But be sure you guys watch WrestleMania. Come back here Thursday on the Run In Wrestling podcast to check out our picks. You will see not only Sped and myself, hopefully Herb will be able to make it. If not, he will send us picks in ahead of time. A whole cast of characters that will be announced over the next day or so on X. So make sure to follow me on X at _BigMike27. But Herb, as the king, as the guest of honor here tonight, let everybody know where they can find you.
Herb Raj podcast will be out tomorrow night. Some Alabama A-Day recap with Wyatt Fulton, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Saturday night, sometime during WrestleMania, we will be on. We are being joined by a very super secret guest, Big Mike, who has said that he is going to strip Big Mike on the show to help us raise money for Raj's birthday next week.
I'm super
looking forward to that.
Thanks for asking.
Was this conversation had after about 9 o'clock on Saturday? Because I don't know. I may not remember it.
Between shots,
I don't think it's contractually obligated at this point.
You're an adult, so no one else knows how much alcohol you had, and I have a signed contract from you.
I mean, to be fair,
I have
11 of those shots are documented on camera. So there's at least 11 of them.
I think only 5 are documented on camera. The other ones,
because if you go to the live stream from Sunday, there was a lot there too.
Live stream? What? Huh? What are you talking about? Well, nobody knows what's in that bottle.
They saw the bottle. They know what's in the bottle.
In a bottle.
Oh gosh! I don't know where they can find you, man.
Hey, join us tomorrow right here on Twitch, 7 o'clock, for the whole damn mess. TC and myself going over everything and the world of sports, and then the 3LW segment of mine, three Legacy Wrestling. Oh man! And then we got Saturday. Thursday is our episode 80. You know we're on 80 this week.
Yep, I saw that when I was bringing up the slides for this one. I noticed it.
It's
nuts. Very fit. Our WrestleMania predictions are number 80.
Yeah, number 80 this week. And then we got Point Taken Saturday, 3 o'clock. That one's going to be fun. hopefully Mob can win again. And then Mob and I do good evening IWC. So yeah, just follow everything on Spedrock and we're good.
Like it.
All right. That brings us to the final word with Big Mike. And look, we've talked about it all night. It's easy. It's simple. Sometimes you don't have to add a lot of crap to it. The final word of the night is WrestleMania. It's coming up this weekend. The build hasn't been the best, but you know what? It's still WrestleMania. There's still going to be some great matches that we never expected to be great. There's still going to be a lot of good stuff going on, even with all the celebrities in there. So if it's Saturday night, if it's Sunday night, if you watch both, just enjoy it. It's the biggest show of the year for WWE. Let's all have some fun and watch it together. So with that, I will say goodnight and make sure you guys just enjoy WrestleMania.